Intensity, some people need, some people depend on people for intensity to happen, but for me, it's a self-motivated thing. It's one of those things where if I look myself in the eyes, I realize who I am and what I can be, and that the only way to get to where I need to be is through intensity. Football is one of those few sports where you can really, you know, be as intense as possible, and people will still tell you to be more intense. And one of the few sports in the world where you can hit somebody and everybody's going crazy, and the energy going around, it's definitely something crazy. And intensity is definitely a word I live by. My freshman year, I tried to get on the team. It was pretty late. It was around this time actually. I was like, oh, let me try out for football, and I didn't have a ride to go to anywhere. So I tried the first day of school, talked to the varsity head coach. He said, sorry, tryouts are over, blah blah blah. So I became the Waterboy my freshman year, and I was just learning the ropes or I was like visually figuring out what football was and trying to put it all together in my head at the same time, carrying water. Those 20-gallon jugs all to myself really sucked. My sophomore year, I tried out for the team. I got cut. My coach said it wasn't big enough, fast enough, or strong enough. That I should get bigger, faster, and stronger and try out next year. So I thought if I could be a water boy, I might get on the team late. That didn't happen, but I consider that a redshirt year for me because I learned a lot more things mentally. There's a lot of seniors, and they're real great, and most of them moved on to the next level, D3, D2, to play football, and I learned a lot from them, and they taught me what it takes to be an actual football player mentally. And during that summer to my junior year, I got it physically, and that way my junior year I was benching 250, squatting 465. I had pretty solid numbers, and their leadership was always in my head and how to play, and I made the team my junior year. Being a water boy my sophomore year really sucked. People would always ask why I'm still doing it, why I go to practice every day, because I wasn't the type of water boy to go just at games. I was literally at every practice. I actually went to practice more than some of the starters, and people would always be like, why are you always at practice? Why don't you quit? You could do so much stuff, like more stuff in your free time. But it really showed me that I love the sport and how much I really want to dedicate to the sport. It was funny because I thought it'd be the seniors that were the ones teasing me, but it was actually my classmates, because when we get off the field, we're in our classes, and it would be a Friday night, and they're wearing their varsity jersey, and somebody would look at me and they're like, hey, I thought I saw you on the sideline last week, where's your jersey? And then somebody else would be like, oh, he's the water boy, haha. They just keep teasing, and it definitely gave me more to be, more to work on, and gave me some intensity from that level and that time.
Ah, my baby! This guy right here.
D-line squad.
Yep, best D-line coming out of
Yep, squad.
Best D-lineman coming out of Abba right here.
Yep.
Best pass rusher.
The trio.
Yep. E.J Umoh. Love this man.
Growing up, I never played sports. I'm the second of 5, as you can see in those pictures there. It's a big family, and my dad's in Africa. He's running nonprofit hospitals for underprivileged children, so his work always forces him to stay in Africa. And with my mom, she's always working. Like, if you have 5 kids, especially one that's 220 pounds, you definitely gotta work. My junior year, I started working. I worked privately. I didn't do the team workouts because I didn't really feel that much part of the team, and I really want to do it by myself. Then when I went to the team, I just surprised everybody. I remember my junior year, I sort of had a hit list of people I just wanted to hit, like knock out completely. The transition from being a water boy to actually playing football, for me, it wasn't that big of a transition because my goals are always higher. Even when I was a water boy, my goal was to start varsity one day. So when I got the pads and I was working in, I wasn't really satisfied. I was never complacent. I would always try to start varsity because I knew that's where I should be. And I'm playing, and people are like, oh, aren't you happy now? You're not the water boy. You're actually proving people wrong. I'm like, no, I'll prove people wrong when I get to my ultimate goal, which is to start varsity and start making plays there. So that transition really wasn't, transition just because of my goals and how high I set them at. I'll show you in the locker room. It's a little messy right now, but football season, it's not like that. Really clean. I was the water boy. So I had the little, should be here, I don't know where it's at. They had a little water basket, and people like water, throwing it at them, and we're sitting down, and we're just waiting, and you hear the crowd and everything. I remember end of my sophomore year, before I became a junior, I'm here thinking, I'm like, this is gonna be me one day. This is gonna be me getting ready. This is me coming out and making plays and doing what I want to do and what I want to learn to do. Started track junior year. My coach actually lives down the street from me. I grew up with him since I was like 6 years old. He always annoyed me to join track, and I was like, do I get a free snow cone? Because you run the snow cone business. He was like, yeah, you get a free snow cone if you join track. So that's when I started. Junior year, I had the school record. I lost in like 30 seconds. Senior year, I had the school record. I broke it 6 times, as well as having a record in a 16x1, which was like a relay. Here we go, With my vertical. If you have a school record in track and field or any accomplishment in track and field, they'll put it up right on there. We have some few state champions. All I wanted was my name on here, Ever since I started track, all I was thinking of is when I leave this school, I want my name on here. When I leave this school, I want my name on here. And now that I have it on here, it's surreal. I'm over it crazy. The end, lineman, you gotta be up there and be up there, swat the ball. Like Jordan. My sophomore year, I actually went to my counselor and I was like, look, I know I'm the water boy right now, but I want to play college football. And then she just looked at me crazy. She's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm absolutely sure. And she gave me the NCAA eligibility stuff and all that packet information, and I got most of that stuff done in 2012, and that's before I ever put on like football pads. And everybody was just looking at me crazy, and I was looking people in the eye. I'm like, look, I'm going to play college football. Look, I'm going to do this. Look, I'm going to do that, because I just want to be that great. And I'm just tired of people looking at me as if I'm below them, because I knew who I was at that time and what I'm capable of. And it's just up to me with, intensity and good teamwork and, focusing and motivation to be what I am. Lockhaven didn't really come to me first. I came to them because I looked at their program and I realized they had a new coach and this stuff, and I was really interested. So I sent them my highlight tape and a quick, quick paragraphs like, hey, I asked for my release from Widener. I want to play football for you guys. I believe in you guys. You guys are a solid team with great talent. And I called them about a week later, and the defensive coordinator, Coach Moore, answered, and he was like, yeah, we watched your highlight tape. The head coach is very interested in you. Do you want to do an official visit? We did an official visit by late June, and then by July, I signed my scholarship paper. And that's the first varsity letter I got from football. That was senior year. I was pretty sure I should have got one junior year because I was always on first team, but he screwed me over with that. They gave us this for senior banquet. This for the track banquet. That's the varsity achievement award. Like grade point average, blah blah blah. And my favorite, and I signed it myself, so I know it's legit. The sack I made against Ben Campbell in the Newark game. Anybody that's seen Ben Campbell know that he's something special. So actually being able to make some plays against him and get their coach real mad, I think that was one of the funniest things. Seeing an 80-year-old man screaming, "Who got 83? Who got 83?" Oh, Aldous and Broadus, they really wanted me to play for them. They even gave me an acceptance letter and not even send my SAT scores or anything. I was like, how's that possible? St. Olaf, like I said, doesn't have the date. This doesn't have the date, but I'm pretty sure I got this about junior year. Before I even had a highlight tape. Oh, Millersville University, St. Olaf. halfway through the season, I had to change my jersey number from 52 to 83. So that's why some pictures you'll see 52 and some pictures you'll see 83. My junior year, I was number 83. So that's why I chose to go back to it when I played tight end. And here's my medal, third place for Twilight Relays, or is it Twilight Relay or Twilight Invitational. I remember I actually didn't want to be there. I just threw and I left. I didn't even look at the number or anything. And Monday came and they're like, "Oh, you got a medal." I was like, "What?" And he gave me the medal. I was like, "Oh, snap!" So that was definitely a big accomplishment. Charter game was a huge game for me. You know, the last game of the season. I remember just thinking that that's it. You know, I mean, I knew I was gonna play college football, but that's it. Like my whole ride, my whole journey from being a water boy to a football player. You know, this is the last game. I'm pretty sure 100% I can go professional. And the reason I say that is because with 2 years of only playing, you know, football, I'm already a Division II college football player on scholarship, you know, and I'm nowhere near where I should be in football, you know, and I'm definitely going to work hard. And, you know, the coaches, I'm not focusing on playing 8 different or 11 positions at a time. I'm only focused on playing 1 or 2 maybe, you know, so that's definitely going to help, and less distractions. So I definitely think I can go pro. You having a dream, one person having a dream and saying, hey, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and actually, you know, take the steps necessary to accomplish that dream. And I remember my sophomore year, I actually had a dream that I was just on the field, and I don't remember what position. I was just looking at the stand, you know, the stands like screaming my name, and you know, like everybody was like, the glory and all that stuff. And when that actually happened my senior year in many games, that definitely was like, you know, it felt more like deja vu, because I knew it was going to happen. You know, it's unreal, and I think it's crazy how the realest moments in life are unreal or so surreal, but it's definitely something that I'll take to heart and, you know, hopefully inspire people.